Hey gardening friends, happy first day of spring. It's March 20th, 2021. Out in the pollinator garden that we've been working on for almost a year now, or over a year I guess. And it's a beautiful sunny 55-degree day in March. You can hear the red-winged blackbird singing in the background. And I just figured I'd do our March update. The clover that I put in last fall is looking pretty good out front here. This was a hydrangea, don't know what species, that a friend gave to me. Some phlox. So I did put in some daffodil bulbs last spring just for some early color. Oh, and here we have some snowdrops that I moved. And snowdrops are great for honeybees. You can see one visiting there. And that makes sense since snowdrops are native to Europe, and so are the honeybees. None of our native bees are really out yet. It's too early. But the honeybees will come out of the hive in the spring, and they're actually looking for some early flowers. So if you've got some early spring bulbs, I've seen them at the snowdrops, snow crocus. I don't know that I've seen them at the winter aconite, but I was going to check. So just taking a look. Still pretty early for most of our natives to be starting. This is the area that I was overwintering some things and put a couple of spice bush seedlings in last fall. I fenced it all in because I figured the rabbits would take care of them if I didn't. And I've got some bulbs coming up. I've got camisea planted in here. I thought it was early for them, but I can't think what else I might have in here. So right now, yeah, most of the perennials are still dormant. Really can't see anything. This is where I had to put a fence around the rose I put in last year. But that looks good. You can see the buds starting to plump up. They're red. I probably won't have to do too much pruning. This, I think, was a rugosa rose. Now the calicanthus, the deer chomped on. That's why I put the fence up. So we'll see how that recovers. This was the peach leaf ironweed. And you can see somebody's eaten the seeds on this. There's a few left on this one. So it fed a bird. Along with the flat top aster. See, this is totally, the seeds are all gone on this. So that fed a bird. So I'm going to leave stalks in case we've got some bees who want to use it. And then when I come in to clean up, the recommendation now is that most of the bees use like 12 to 18 inches. So if you take the stalks, you could cut them like there, leave the bottoms. Then the native bees that need to use that for nesting cavities, they can use those. And it also helps me know where I've got things planted. So sometimes tags disappear, get blown away, stepped on, broken. But if you've got stalks, then you know not to weed something out. And this is going to be a more natural area anyway. So I'm hoping I won't have to do as much cleanup. Of course, if this is your front yard and not your backyard, your neighbors may not appreciate all the brown stalks. This was an area, I think I'm gonna have to reseed with the clover in here. I knew it was late, but I thought I'd give it a shot. Although there are some things germinating, but is that clover or is it a weed? And I've got, well, I think I planted an allium there. I don't remember now. And this is like an area over here. You can see where it's green, that's garlic mustard or Dame's Rocket. So the garlic mustard I definitely want to get in here and get rid of. And I'll be expanding the pollinator bed that way. I've got 2 flats of plants coming that I've earmarked for here. This is another area where, so this is garlic mustard. This is its second, it's a biennial, it's its second year. This is the weed I've been battling. I've also got some sticky bed straw mixed in with it. That's another weed that germinates in the fall and it's ready to go in the spring. Oh, that was a, well, what is this? Got the tag here, fortunately. Yeah, it is a Helianthus. That was autumn gold. So February was pretty cold. We had a fair amount of snow. And March has been not bad. Actually got some 60-degree weather coming up this week. Hopefully it won't get things too far ahead. Now this area, not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I would like to get some native shrubs in here. Right now this is forsythia and I want to eventually get that out and replace it. And then this was that strange ground cover I bought last spring. I didn't think that was big enough for the rabbits to get into. So it's got some nice buds. I think it's called yellow root. The Latin name started with an X. And then over in here, well, this is actually a woodland tulip coming up that has naturalized. It was actually on the property when I bought it. So this is a poor little witch hazel that the rabbits have been chewing on. You can see the damage. I don't even know if that's alive right now. So it may not be. This looks dead here. I don't know. That might have to be replaced. All right, well, spring is springing here and lots to do. So we'll be checking in April. Things should be popping by then. And we'll have another update in about a month. All right, happy spring, everyone.